Time now about 6:17. Looking over St. Teresa, sunrise under an hour now. Still dark. We'll see some light peeking up here in the next 15-20 minutes or so. Yesterday in Tallahassee, it was hot. We had heat advisories. We've been dealing with those for the past week. 95 was the high temperature. The heat index here in the capital city at 114. Good news, you're not going to have to look at this graphic again or the heat advisories because it will not be as hot for you today. Thanks to more clouds and rain, you got a front sinking down. That's going to keep you in kind of this unsettled pattern. Temperatures this morning still pretty similar to where we've been in the mid 70s, and for the rest of the day, we'll warm up quickly till about lunchtime. Then you flatline upper 80s, lower 90s. So again, no 95s. The day before that we hit 97. No 97s on the map today. Upper 80s, lower 90s, which is still warm, still humid, but it's bearable. The heat for the past few days has just been downright oppressive. Your Titan radar, this is showing what we're dealing with now. Most of us are dry, but we do have some shower storms working onshore over towards Taylor and Dixie counties. You see the Perry area. Probably going to be seeing some more rain here soon. They have been down towards Horseshoe Beach. This goes up into Lafayette and Suwannee counties. So this rain is heading towards that kind of interchange between 75 and I-10. You got pockets of heavier rainfall, lots of thunder and lightning embedded in these storms. Nothing severe, but we did see a handful of those warnings yesterday, so something to keep in mind for the remainder of today. Isolated threat exists, but isolated is the key word. Your forecast and focus, let's roll through the rest of today. As you head towards the afternoon and the evening, this is when you see your best coverage of rain. So again, a front will sink down, but it's not going to pass through. You have no cool weather in the forecast. You have no low humidity in the forecast. You just have more clouds and rain, which will shave a few degrees off your high temperatures. Overnight, still looking at the potential for rain. By tomorrow, more scattered shower storms in our forecast. So today, it's not going to be a washout, but when I keep saying this rainier forecast, it's rainier than your typical summertime day. Probably worth having an umbrella nearby. Some good news for you, the tropics, not worried about them. Next 5 days, still quiet if we're heading out of the boat today. Winds out of the southwest, 10 to 15 knots, seas 2 to 3 feet. Here in Tallahassee, you got that high right around 90. Some of us upper 80s if you see more of that rain. Some of us maybe 92, 93. That'll be for areas further west where the rain chances like little lower. 74 overnight, staying pretty muggy. 7-day forecast now. Let's talk about that. Temperatures for the next few days, upper 80s, lower 90s. Not as hot as we have been. Mid 70s overnight there, so still going to be pretty muggy. Again, it's a cold front by nature, but we're not getting any colder air out of this. By next week, temperatures are going to start to warm back up. Lower 90s out there, so starting to.
That's not the news that we're looking for.
No,
Don't come bearing that type of
we hit 95 yesterday though, and 96.